Welcome back to Game Devs Play Games, where you can watch games and practice game design. And we are back with more Doki Doki Literature Club. We just had the Literature Club, and we just finished that really intense conversation with Sayori. Yuri is now over to make some crafts with us in our room, and people are feeling anxious. Take it away, Chris.
The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious.
Good God. It's so clean.
I cleaned it before you came over, so...
That's very considerate of you to do.
No. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here.
Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean.
That would have been even more embarrassing.
Don't look at the socks. Don't look at the socks.
Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which is in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine.
Nudie mags. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out.
It's fine. That's just where my nudie mags are. I'll let go of her wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap as if making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Unbuttons shirts.
Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements.
Atmospheric enhancements,
Was it robot?
you say?
You know,
Like, pulls out a smoke machine. Got us covered.
Mood lighting. Aromatherapy candles.
Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far.
Of course. I want to help make our guests help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess.
I mean, that's not an invalid reason.
I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more.
That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person.
Intense?
I guess that's the best way to put it.
Is that a bad thing?
No, it's just intense. Sticking with that. It's something that I like about you, actually.
Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy.
Yeah, no need to be so anxious. Relax a little.
Relax.
Stop being so intense.
I brought something for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Let's see.
Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a butt plug shaped like an object.
I did some shopping on the way here, so I happened to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you?
Yeah, that would be really neat for a sacrifice. What's that wooden thing, though?
Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils.
It's just a wooden spike.
Why is there red oil on there? How familiar are you with aromatherapy?
Not familiar at all.
Perfect.
Don't change.
Is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose. I got You can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body.
Like this wooden spike.
Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic.
Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. It starts vibrating. In a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout out through a small hole in the top.
I poisoned you.
Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for?
This is jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right?
Yeah, it smells... That's a good way to describe it.
I chose jasmine for the event. It provides more than relaxation.
It also contains pheromones.
Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that'll be perfect for sharing our poems?
Does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot more about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for?
Tying you up.
I was just going to make that joke.
Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get?
Yeah, I have it over here.
We wouldn't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper.
Puts origami learning book and shelf like, great, guess I don't need this.
I don't need that. Spent 40 yen on that piece.
40 yen, no, 40 cents.
Spent 40,000 yen on that book. That's like, what, $40, right?
40,000?
Yeah, 4,000.
It'd be like $400.
Man, yen's confusing. Clearly I don't get
4,000 yen.
4,000 yen. There you go. Happy. God. We'll need about 100 of them.
Oh, yeah? What will those be used for?
Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside.
That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri.
Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it.
Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us?
Sorry, Eddie, I probably just broke your ears there.
Don't feel bad for him. He knew what he was signing up for.
It's like, fucking Tony, just gotta turn him down all the way to 1.
Or maybe it's the excitement she feels when sharing something that she enjoys.
Here's a marker, Chris. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons.
All right. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife.
Why a knife?
The knife is strangely beautiful, almost ceremonial. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is a gently tinted blue.
So we can sense orcs. That's good.
That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy.
Well.
Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it?
You're going to think it's weird.
Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge.
I kill deer.
It's a little weird, all right?
You got me, man. All right.
To each their own, you know.
If you promise you won't be weirded out.
Yeah, I promise.
All right. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives.
I'm not weirded out.
This is making me nervous. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe.
The feeling of puncturing this through a human body. It's just so visceral.
What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me.
I don't like it when people laugh at me. Like points knife at you. I'm not laughing at you. I swear, it's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. Well, it's interesting. It's a thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you.
Suits me?
Yeah, kind of intense. It's really a cool looking knife. I can't deny that.
It is, isn't it?
Yuri relaxes her expression once more.
And her knife carry can. Would you like to hold it? In your sternum?
Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Well, that contract is sealed.
Chris's. Why did you do that?
I didn't expect it to be that sharp. It's a knife. It's a knife from a knife connoisseur.
Just stupid, Chris.
I barely touched it at all.
It's my fault. I should have warned you.
No,
this knife is extremely sharp.
He's just stupid. It's not your fault.
It can cut through skin like it's paper. Yeah, obviously. I know. I'm figuring of it.
Yeah. I found that out.
Oh no!
A small drop of blood trickles down on the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look.
She's gonna suck on it. It's weird.
She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. Oh no! If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound.
Yep, called it.
I feel her tongue curl around my finger.
This is weird.
Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back.
Please forgive me. I wasn't thinking.
Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri?
That's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sure, it was a little weird and took me by surprise, but I guess she was trying to help, right? Sure, Chris is.
Sure, Chris is.
Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. I'm not a vampire. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? All right, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. You know what? I
get the idea behind it. I get the idea behind it.
For once, all right, Chris.
All right, Chris. You're not totally stupid.
You're still stupid, but
Chris is. Did you really just do that?
Well, now we're even. Yuri just. Sorry, sometimes I zone out for a sec there.
Sometimes it just space out. It's like Yuri. Sometimes it space out. Then people are dead everywhere.
Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now.
You're so weird, Chris's.
Yuri giggles shyly. Yuri calling me weird?
Me?
But she's the weird one. I have no response to that.
Where do you keep your bandages?
I don't think I need one, actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding.
I see. And that's relieving.
The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to ribbons, we lay them all out on the side. Shit. Side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri.
Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task?
Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind?
Your death. I'd like to create a banner.
Out of your hide.
That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets.
Ah, that's right, but where's the thing to paint it on?
It's your body.
One of the items Yuri had me buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets.
We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us?
Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll bring it back in a minute.
Thank you very much. What you can do and come back. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it'll be too diluted.
Taking Yuri's advice, I decide to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-sized glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips and then bring it back into my room. Yuri?
Yes?
Yeah, she's just missing. I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it hot in here or anything?
No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint.
Yuri hurriedly dismisses and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into cups. She totally looked in the drawer and saw our fat material.
No, I think it might be worse than that. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom.
Ah, neat. What are you going to write?
Nito burrito. Well,
I hope she writes Nito burrito.
Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you.
Yuri smiles at me. If you say so, I trust you.
Yeah, right. This hasn't been a weird afternoon at all.
After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel to opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as color guide when we paint. That's smart. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing.
I'm sorry if this feels too childish.
No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know?
Yeah. It is fun.
It is fun. That is fun.
I'm glad you feel that way too.
Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself.
For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy.
Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. It's almost like this visual novel is built for Let's Play.
Yeah, right? Like, oh, how crazy.
I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently.
I knew you'd understand.
Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers.
And she dies.
I'm gonna hide the body! I'm gonna hide the body! What do I do? I wasn't ready for this. That would be an interesting turn.
Yeah, right?
Sorry for spiking the mic, everyone. That really blew up. Sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt?
No.
I'm fucking bleeding.
I'm not. I'm dead. I'm not hurt. You just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me.
That's not your fault.
Stop apologizing, Yuri.
Your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck.
Is there something on my face?
Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Here, I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is something wrong?
It's hot. I just didn't expect it.
Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I started to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist.
Wait.
Eh?
Just for a little longer.
Oh, it's kind of cute.
It feels really nice.
I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's
And
an intense
slowly I
expression.
feel a knife go through my stomach.
It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books, almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is the aroma of jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist send a tingling sensation through my arm, and suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away.
Sorry. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out.
It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up the brush again. But her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example.
It looks like garbage trash. We're a little overtime, but let's finish this transaction.
No, I think this is a good point to call.
Okay, let's call her.
Because who knows how much longer this will actually go.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. We can finish up in the next episode. So, question of the day.
Question of the day. I don't know. I mean, like, we still... you know what? Okay. What are they doing to kind of, like... almost poke fun at the fact that there is a twist in this game? I feel like they're making some really obvious choices.
They are. Like, what are they doing to build suspense and then kind of almost, like, extinguish that suspense in the next moment?
Yeah, because I think if you go into this without knowing that there's a twist, it might seem totally normal, albeit, a little weird in some points, but in a way that's endearing.
Yeah.
Whereas if you know it's a twist, it like fakes you out.
Yeah.
And it sets up so many scenarios that kind of gets you feeling stressed out and maybe a little like...
You're just like, am I going to come back and like something's going to be weird? Which is what I kept thinking was going to happen in this episode. I was like, what's going to happen? There's a knife. What is happening?
So share some of your thoughts on that in the comment section. I think it's pretty intentional.
And if you guys have been enjoying this playthrough, please hit that like button. And we'll see you in the next episode, guys.
Bye.
On Doki Doki Literature Club.